Viserys? I'm scared, guys. The last time he had a dream about a family member, I was scarred, and I don't want it. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to House of the Dragon. We're now on episode 6, which is called Small Folk. Last episode, we basically saw that the Targaryen men were just out of their minds. Let's be real, we had Aemond doing what he wants to do. He's now going to be the Prince Regent, and much to the dismay of his mother. But this is kind of what she set the whole thing up for. She should have realized this is the bet that she was making. Now she's got to lie in it. And on the Team Black side, Team Black side of things, we see that Daemon is just continuing to lose his mind. Not a lot of movement on that side, with the exception of Rhaenyra finally deciding that they need more dragons. They need to be able to get more dragon riders in order to ever go up against Vhagar. And her son basically said, listen, if we can't find anyone that's in our direct family that's old enough, maybe we need to start looking at the extended family tree, because we all know that the Valerians and the Targaryens, they've been mixing and matching for a long time. So I'm excited about the concept of more dragon riders for sure. We definitely have a lot of, I think they said there was at least 2 full-size dragons at Dragonstone that need riders. So I'm excited to see if we're able to pick those up in this episode, and just to see if we get some movement in this war, because I feel like we've kind of been stagnating a little bit. So I'm ready for the episode. Let's jump into it. But just before I do, a reminder that if you'd like to be in the know of when I drop these episodes, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. That way you'll be in the know. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now. Those are very shiny leathers on these horses. Wherever this place it looks dry.
By the time we are finished with the Riverland scum, the Red Fort will have earned its name.
Excellent.
Tell my brother we are ready to march as soon as Prince Aemond is able to join us on Vhagar.
Oh, I thought you had faith in your army.
We are most eager to embrace the hospitality of your keep.
Yo, 700 of y'all? You need dirt, as far as I'm concerned. What's the purpose of the lion, exactly? I know it's their mascot, but...
He dares to summon me.
Yes, that's your job.
With haste.
Quickly. It's your job. No one cares about you. They only care about the dragon.
Strong, but it does seem to
I am the
surprise
Prince
me.
Regent.
No one cares.
Not a dog to be called to heel.
Both.
Your irritations are justified, Aemon, but it does seem...
I have a task for you as well, Sir Dylan.
The way you're being ignored. Good. You raised that demon. Revel in it.
What has come of our letters to the Greyjoys?
They have been to no avail. The Red Kraken waits, seeking his best advantage.
I mean, they don't have any dog in this fight, honestly. The North is like, y'all Southern people keep it.
The Dowager Queen speaks wisely, Your Grace.
Oh, you trying to get back in her bed, huh?
It's time you set out for Harrenhal, I think.
Oh, he's like, I don't want nobody who's talking sense near me. Get out.
We lost much at Rook's Rest, as you all know.
He doesn't care about his brother or people.
Take what strength we have and force Daemon and his Riverlords to fight on 2 fronts.
His Grace speaks wisely.
Shut up, creepy.
My uncle is a challenge I welcome. If he dares face me.
Oh my God, I need him gone painfully.
Your Grace.
Don't even look at him, Allison. That's your demon. Don't even look at him like that.
Boldness is one thing, but
Remind
overconfidence...
me of your place on the small council.
Oh? Mm-hmm.
Father's dead.
Unfortunately, you're still here.
I release you of your seat, such as it was.
Yeah, don't you get it? You have no control over this child.
Domestic pursuits.
He said, go sit down, take off your shoes, and get in the kitchen. Why would you touch it? No, he does not love you.
Have the indignities of your childhood not yet sufficiently been avenged?
No, broken, fully. And atrocities, he lost an eye. That's not saying that that's a big deal, but it could be so much worse. It's such a mess over there. I really feel for him. He's lost a lot. That's even more hurtful when you know that his son is actually still out there.
Your Grace.
All right. Sit around this table and talk about stuff again. Oh, I like that he's reassuring his mom.
There is still Daemon and Caraxes and the Rivermen.
You say that like that's a reliable source. Yeah.
And for Seasmoke, who I believe misses his bond.
But there are no more in your family,
Are
Yogurt.
you sure?
Your younger
We're
sons are
pretty prolific in this Targaryen family.
Your grandmother's grandmother, Ariana, was born a Targaryen princess. And I have been thinking,
Yes, she can think.
such a thing.
I must protest, Your Grace.
Shut
The risk
up. No one asked.
Involved in such a venture.
He's like, no, I want to ride a
I am not
dragon.
man.
Yeah.
The dragons are gods.
Oh, God.
Honors me beyond what I deserve.
Try. That's all we're asking. The worst that can happen is you get charbroiled.
to claim
Gotta
a dragon,
try.
you must also be prepared to die.
I well understand the risk and I accept it.
Right?
with
I mean, if you're a foot soldier or this, I mean,
Then perhaps the gods will favor us.
look. You're gonna need it. Back to Damon again? His hair be looking fluffier every episode. Sir, go home to your wife. Not Viserys. I'm scared, guys. The last time he had a dream about a family member, I was scarred, and I don't want it. So much was broken between those two. It's sad. It's true. That chair is cursed. That chair is so cursed. I don't think I've ever seen Damon say please. Guys, like, you were pulling and it's a push door, Damon. It's really quite...
A friend by day and a foe by night.
To what end?
To mine, perhaps.
Whoa. Quick.
You resent my being here.
Well, yeah, that you're kind of an unexpected and unwanted guest.
Or are you still in league with your club-footed nephew, or is it Rhaenyra
Putting
herself?
it in his mouth. Where's that knife been?
I assure you, your king is on his guard. Yes.
Sure you are. Of course. You look like you're definitely on top of it.
And stop watching me.
Okay. You were the one who couldn't open a door, bro. Why is it only Damon, though? Like, shouldn't they all be... Maybe they are all crazy, but, like, you'd think all of them would be losing their ish. Is he finally leaving? Even your dragon's like, can we get the out of here, man? I don't like it. This one again.
You aren't going to bid me farewell?
There's something wrong with me.
Curses from Kingspire Tower?
Drivel! All of it!
Why are you still talking to her? And why does she care about getting said goodbye to?
You are not the player, but a piece on the board.
Okay, Bran. Can we go?
Perhaps why your brother gave the crown to her. Perhaps those who strive for it are the least suited to wear it.
Don't
That's
lecture me!
truth. That's truth. If you want power, you probably shouldn't have it.
Viserys never wanted it himself, if you recall.
If you have any counsel for dealing with the River Lords, I'd be glad of it.
Now? Maybe you should have asked her before you wouldn't have the... Okay.
Daemon Targaryen asking for help?
Just give it to him.
I need help, Alice.
Look at the way she's broken him in a matter of days.
In 3 days' time, the winds will shift.
How? The way you should have gotten on your dragon and left. I don't know. I don't really like this song. Not very cheery. I don't like the beat. Bro, you look way too nervous. Breathe it out. They're like, we're just gonna stand back here. Don't worry, you got this, buddy. We're standing back here because this is your moment. Alright, well, guess the dragon's not home. Really? You reach for your sword, sir? That's how you're gonna build a bond with your dragon? Yeah, it's like, go up there. Give him a kiss. Seasmoke? Try again.
Do not show fear.
Right? Too late, though. He already tried to draw his weapon. I don't know. Seasmoke doesn't look convinced. It's like, go ahead. You get closer. But Seasmoke was Corlys's sons, right? Bro, these steps are way too scared. I'm not saying be arrogant, but straighten your back. I don't know. This guy looks too nervous. I don't like it. I was like, aren't you a little... Oh, God. Well... Oh, the dragon antler, too? Damn. Yeah, stop, drop, and roll. Okay, well, good try. Love to say we could try it again tomorrow, but I don't know if you're walking away from that one. Corlys's kids.
progress.
That makes
This ship will sail in a
sense.
few days' time.
It makes sense, because they're Valerians, which are also Targaryens. The bloodlines be mixed it up.
As my first mate.
I'm grateful for the offer, my lord.
But
You are a fine choice for this post.
Tell me why you don't want it.
Is this an order or a request?
Oh, God.
I will expect you to report for your duties on the morrow.
He's like, interpret it as you will. I mean, clearly you walked away from him, bro. It's not going to be easy to rebuild that relationship. Can't be having bastards and then showing up later on when they're all adults and be like, get over it, you know?
Feasting and merriment for the new Prince Regent. They were well paid and well fed too.
Spreading rumors. I see you. What's her name, Mistra?
Mince pies, honey cakes, beef and
People
gravy.
get real irrational when they're hangry.
King
Good boy.
Viserys loved his feasts and his wine,
But
but
people-
never while us small folk were
I was about to say, y'all was fed, though.
And his rightful heir denied her seat. No use wondering what might have been.
Well played. Well played. Now to the next inn to do this act again. Oh, he lost his appetite.
Not as sensational. His
Yeah,
numbers
I
were
see.
few.
I hear
but
what you're trying to
we
do,
may
sir.
yet
I
be
hear your
taking-
tone. Woo, Rhaenyra! I
It is
kind
my
of
fault, I think,
agree.
that you have forgotten to fear me.
Right? You thought because you was dancing around them words, she didn't hear that shade? And he wouldn't be doing that if it was a man.
It was worth the risk, no matter the outcome.
It was.
But it is harder to wage war abroad when you must also keep peace at home.
Exactly. Those people are what keep the palace running.
This becomes you.
I mean, thanks. I don't know what to do with it, but it's gonna match my outfit. But she really should learn some basic swordsmanship. I mean, a little too late to become a master, but at the very least, so she doesn't have to hide in the corner next time someone tries to kill her. Oh, those are for the shore. Those are for the dragon. They're really hungry. Greedy little beasts.
We want meat!
Well, maybe we should all become vegan. It's actually a healthier diet.
All the more reason Sir Tyler must break the blockade.
In the meantime, the people are hungry.
Yeah.
It is Rhaenyra the Pretender who ordered the gullet closed and left them all to starve.
They still look to you to ensure their well-being.
Exactly. It's your job is...
That is the burden of authority.
Exactly.
It does occur to me that your grace has yet to name a hand.
Keep crawling right up that ass.
Have little patience for the self-important, Lord Larys, and even less for flatterers and link spittles.
Might be the...
My prince, it is an honor I'd never considered for
Not
myself.
to serve
No,
his
to
hand.
find me
You
one.
toad, to fetch him. Send word to Otto.
Oh my
My
god.
grandsire may be overcautious, but
The other guy, like, you.
you'll see it done.
Aemon's like, demons recognize demons. No, thanks.
That His Grace the King has regained consciousness this morning.
No!
He is stronger than I thought.
You see?
He may yet live. Thank the gods.
Damn it!
What happy news?
That was great line delivery. What happy news. I mean, he's awake, but at what cost?
I'll see my brother.
Come to finish the job.
What do you remember?
I know what you did. Leave me alone. You think he would grip the sheets if he didn't remember?
Nothing.
Yeah, good answer. All those children need to die. All of them.
Seems my brother has a long recovery ahead of him, Grand Maester.
Gotta give kudos to that actor. He really is like Joffrey levels of annoying.
Not all of us, I suppose, are called to great deeds.
You're doing great things, Reyna.
None of this is your fault.
I don't think he understands a word you're saying.
I want mother.
Understandable. Dragons have been by. Had a little snacky snack. You're gonna have to lose some of that fear of dragons, dear. You've got a bunch of hatchlings and eggs to take care of.
There is a large dragon in the Vale.
Ranging more broadly for food, my maester's surmise. And formidable, but alas wild.
Alas.
Perfect for you to claim. Vagar Schmagar.
I'll send 6 good men to protect you on the crossing.
She's gonna try to claim that dragon, aren't you, girl? Do it! Do it! Take Aemon out.
You know you're not fooling anyone.
Oh, he's got white hair. That's why he's bald. He doesn't want you to see his white hair.
Don't want my men to get the wrong idea.
About what? You're just like him.
Oh, you're making art provoking me.
I mean...
While me, he ignores. As he always has.
Okay.
The sea snake would sooner have high tide claimed by the sea than call us his sons.
Things have changed.
Stop wasting your life waiting for something that'll never come.
Things have changed. All of his legitimate children are gone. Not that I'm saying they should beg, because I mean, that still sucks to be treated like that, but things have changed.
It was a bold attempt. I admire you for it. They say you struck Lord Bartimus today.
He deserved it.
In view of the staff and guard.
He deserved it.
And what did he say that was so deserving?
He was annoying me. He was being condescending.
My ruler is my mother. And I do not wish it otherwise.
You're sweet.
We will still never match the strength of the Green Armies.
We need dragons.
May I be free for even 1 hour of the constant refrain of Damon, Damon, Damon?
Your Grace.
Yes?
Our gift is sent.
What gift?
Yeah, he's like, what is this code for? Ooh, Jace don't like you. Listen, women gotta fight different, Jace. It is what it is. I don't think we should give up on the dragon thing yet. Is it Moses in a manger? Is it food? Is it meat? Fresh apples. Was it one boat or several? This man is contemplating, do I keep this all for myself or do I tell other people? There's more. There we go. Hey. Smart move, Rhaenyra. See, women come up with good ideas, but also mercy.
His mending may be long and painful, but it is my sincere hope that his grace will be spared.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to be.
If he lives?
You know the answer to that. Exactly. He's like, I'm not even going to answer that. Let me just go back. Let me go back to work.
There has been no word from Sir Otto as of yet.
Interesting. Was he not just being a jerk, or did something happen?
House Beesbury has raised arms against the High Tower host. Retribution for their lord's demise.
No, clutch your pearls now, sis. This is your fault. He's like, I'm gonna try to run away again.
I'm sorry.
Seems all you ever do is apologize to your kids, Alicent. Like, why even pretend you mad at him? Just go back and say you want... Okay.
Otto Hightower is ever resourceful. He will send news when there is news to send.
You don't give a damn about your daddy. Smartest one in the family.
My son Daron.
That look, what was that?
Does he not write to you?
Less and less these days.
Par for the course.
He's kind.
Oh, he's like his father. Finally, one of them. Probably that way because he's nowhere near you.
Quality I found lacking in his brothers.
You did well to send him to Ward.
Yeah.
In fact, be a less than salubrious environment for the forming of young men.
You think?
Was it the court? Was it their mother?
Look at you being insightful, Alicent.
I'm sure you did your
2
best.
points. No, she didn't. She literally didn't do any effort at all.
I must join Sir Kristen.
You couldn't have
Wish
said
us
that
luck,
with more
sister.
disdain. No, I love him. He hates Kristen so much, and I'm with that. I vibe with that energy. And he's like, we must go assert Kristen.
This one stopped singing.
Stop harassing your children,
Isn't that
man.
strange?
Everything she does means something. This one stopped singing. That's strange. Singing.
They came ashore in the middle of the night with gifts from the Queen. She thinks of us even now.
Look at how quickly we turn for food. I'm not even saying nothing, man. I love my belly too. Damn. That's what happens when people get hungry. Oh! Thank you! Whoever you are, good shot. Oh, poor Elena. She's like the only innocent person in this situation. I mean, now it's a little too late, isn't it? Damn, not them free-for-all running. Alright, for once, Alicent acting like a mama. Sorry, red shirt. Set the place on fire, guys. Come on, riot! Riot!
The drink takes the pain away.
Milk of the
Dulls
puppy?
the mind.
Yeah, Aegon doesn't want to think right now.
But I'm afraid you will never be whole.
Yeah, I think he figured that out.
I came screaming into the world,
in the bowels of one of Harren's great towers.
I don't think he wanted to hear about your backstory, bro.
And they will underestimate you. And this will be your advantage.
No.
Your brother rules in your place now, which means that your life
Figured that out.
is in danger. But I think you know that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you don't want to die. I'll give him that. Oh, look at him. He just got a boner.
David, she's gone.
Ceres actually had a really big heart. Probably would ended up killing him in the end, honestly.
Lord Grover is dead.
Oh. Sounds like that was probably a blessing from what you guys were describing, though. It's not a fun end.
What was the manner of Lord Grover's passing?
Only been ill.
Yeah, sick forever. And he's old.
Our own healer, Alice Rivers, volunteered her renowned skills. She plied her craft, but there was
In
not
3
more to be
days'
done.
time, the winds will change. He's like, let me run away before this man pulls a knife again. Okay, so now he wants to work with the kid because the kid said he wouldn't work without his grandpa. Really, David? Okay, I think you need to go home and talk to your wife. I don't know what else to tell you. Because we don't have time for this. This man has such incredible skin. I'm jealous. Don't kill us. We're literally just existing. He's not really just messing with these people. For what? I think he just wants to play with you, bro. He literally is just messing with y'all. He's like, watch him run. Look, 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 look. Look, they scatter like roaches. Look. And that's why you look where you're running. Seasmoke is literally a magician. Ah! He's like, caught you. Okay, now you tag me and then you chase me, okay? That's how the game works. Come on, get it together. Breathe through it. Seasmoke's like, you kind of look like my last rider. Like a lot like my last rider. He could be able to ride one, right? Because Corliss's other kids could ride.
I think you are tired.
My own son questions my capabilities.
No, he doesn't.
He was everything I wanted to be.
You're doing much better, sis.
He wished to possess me, but not to be possessed. And I have no army.
You have the Valarian fleet and the men who fight in it.
It's not enough.
Well, we'll figure it out.
How will I rule a kingdom when my own son doubts me?
Oh, honey. He loves you. Seriously, Jace totally looks up to you. He just, wants to know the plan. That's all.
It was my father.
Oh, the scar.
I cannot bear children. He left me for dead. But I lived.
I'm so sorry.
Period.
You have seen me as worthy, as an equal even. Because of that, I will serve you.
Women seen women. That's one thing about Rhaenyra. She's impetuous. She can be a little bit crazy, but no one can say she's not empathetic. She's pretty much always been fairly empathetic to people. That she got from her dad. Possibly her mother, too. We never got to see enough of her to know. But, okay, this hug's going on super long. Well, well, well. Look who's looking to be another queen. I see you. Okay. Doors are just open and stuff.
The dragon Seasmoke has been sighted flying over Spicetown.
Yikes.
From what we have heard, he has a rider.
Hey!
Shall I summon your council?
Wait, let's find out who it is first. Knight's like, I don't know, there's some energy in here. It's kind of weird. Mother. Poor Jace is like, this woman be leaving all the time and not telling me where she going. Oh, poor Jace, he worries about her so much. That's so cute. That's it? That's it? We don't get to see? Oh, I wanted to see. Okay. Well, looks like, I think we can safely assume that it was Alan. It's Alan, right? Alan and Alex? Yeah, I think it was Alan. Which, didn't I say, I swear to God, I swear Seasmoke looked at him and was like, you look a lot like my last rider. The skin tone, the complexion, the jaw structure, a little different. The hair is different, but, I see you. Oh gosh, that's hilarious, but awesome. And the thing is, he's aligned, right? I mean, that conversation we saw earlier in the episode with him talking about their father between Alan and Alex, and I think, I'm trying to remember if Alan's the older one, if he's Alex. Maybe he's Alex and Alan's the older one. I think that's the way it goes. Anyways, Alan was saying that our father's never claimed us, right? So that's why he doesn't want to like do anything to get too wrapped up in his father's service, right? We saw that a few episodes back when he didn't want to tell his dad that he was the one who pulled him out of the water, and then Corlys is like, what do you want? Like, what reward do you want? He's like, I don't want anything from you. And understandable, like I said it in the episode, like we all know that the rules of the high-born, society are most likely what caused Corlys to not do anything with those kids. A combination of that, and of course, it sounds like mainly Rhaenys didn't know about it when he was having these affairs. But anyway, it sucks because either way, these children, two of them, it sounds like. I thought maybe, like, I wasn't sure if maybe only one, like maybe Alan was just his son and then the other one was a half brother, but it looks like both of them. So point is, whoever their mom was, this went on with Corlys and this woman for a while. And I mean, I remember hearing last season that he was always at sea. He was always out and about. So away from home too long, things happen, right? Anyway, so we're seeing that Alan is like, look, our father's never claimed us. We've been living in his shadow our whole lives, knowing who he is, but him not really making full acknowledgement of us. Why should we just be there now? Like, I'm not going to take anything from him now. And I get that, right? A lot of kids who've not had a parent or had a parent who chose not to be a part of their lives, some of them just decide that they don't want anything from them ever. But we see that it's not the case with Alex. Alex is like, I don't really care about whether or not he recognizes us as family. I just think that we've got a birthright that we're entitled to and that we should take advantage of if there's a way to get to it, which makes sense, right? Because we know that the sea snake is one of the wealthiest people in the entire continent. So I think it's very interesting that they've got very differing ideas on that. And I really like this episode as well that they showed Alan shaving his head and shows that he very clearly has Corlys's hair, the white hair of Targaryen/Valerian. And I guess he shaves it off because, like he said, I don't want the people in the crew to realize that I'm related to him and think that there's some type of nepotism going on, even though there really isn't. So anyways, very interesting stuff about those two. But we see that from a few episodes back, Alex was watching Seasmoke fly. So he's been drawn to the dragons for a while, but he probably never thought in his wildest dreams that he'd get close enough to actually try to ride one. But as I said, I feel like Seasmoke's just like, I'm kind of attached to this family, so why not? But yeah, I mean, he's a Valerian, and the Valerians kind of are loosely aligned right now with Rhaenyra, so this could be good if she can convince him to ride with her. That's a dragon, right? That's Seasmoke. That's a really good dragon. He's a full size, and now we just need two more, right? Two more riders at this point. So that's encouraging. That's probably the first potential win that Black has had in a while. Outside of that, we just see that it was kind of more of the same. Again, I feel like this episode was a bit fillery again. We got a little bit of plot movement, but yeah, on Team Black side, not much change outside of the fact that Rhaenyra is still upset and frustrated with the fact that she feels like she could and should be doing more. But with the help of, what is her name? Is it Malaria? I was gonna say Malaria. That's so mean. What is her name? Anyways, the help of her new advisor, she was like, look, we can start causing a lot of problems inside of King's Landing because, again, we're fighting a battle on how many fronts. Let's give King's Landing something to deal with. They're small folk. We know that they're starving. We know that they're discontented. Get them on your side, and then they're going to start making things real difficult for Aemond, for Aemond inside the walls. And it turns out it actually was the right thing, right? Unfortunately, the people are starving. They're living off of rations. They're eating, the same thing every day, and they're seeing that the king and the palace and the nobles are still living well. And that's never a good long-term situation. Look, throughout history, it almost always leads to revolutions. So anyways, we see that she got some people inside the walls to start spreading just little seeds of discontent. We saw the woman in the what do you call it, the inn, talking about how there was a big feast, which I don't think that actually happened, but who's gonna know, right? So she basically was like, yeah, the rich are living it up, we're starving, I'm pretty sure Queen Rhaenyra wouldn't do this, but I'm not one to talk, right? Like, just perfectly sprinkled those seeds of dissent and then got up and left like a fairy. And like I said, I'm pretty sure she went to every place that had a good number of people and sprinkled the same story, maybe a few variations. And you got a lot of people who are on the brink, right? And I like the way that the advisor put it, that, she laid the kindling, and when the right time comes, we'll light the fire, and then it's going to just keep growing. And we see that Rhaenyra was like, isn't that just going to make, like Aemon's just going to respond with force? And then she's like, good, because if that happens, it's going to just fan fan the flames. And it's true. The more you try to stamp out a movement or try to drown out strong emotions, the stronger they become. Like, then people just do it because if nothing else, they want to be heard. So anyway, we see that it worked, and Rhaenyra ended up sending a lot of food to them, which they very much needed. Fresh food, fresh fruit. And of course, it caused the tizzy because there still isn't enough for everyone. But now that they know it came from Rhaenyra, the discontent and the malice towards the palace has grown. And we saw that it came to a head near the end of the episode, and that Alicent and poor Helena got mixed up in the middle of it. And again, as I only cared about Helena because she's the only innocent in this whole situation. Alicent, she deserved that fish to the face. She deserved it! And some cabbages and tomatoes too. Boo, tomato. But anyway, so thankfully, no one died. It didn't have to get that serious. But yeah, now she's realizing more and more, and I love that on the green side, Alicent is realizing that things are spinning out of control. But I'm going to get to Team Green in a second. Anyways, back to Team Black. So that was kind of a small win, but Rhaenyra's like, it's just not enough right now. Like, I feel like we're not really making big steps forward, even though that is a huge step to get dissent in the capital. But then we see that her advisor is like, you need to start looking at your assets and not the things you don't have, right? Like, yeah, things aren't looking so good right now, but you still have a huge navy, basically. You still have loyal people here. You still have this idea of the Dragon Riders. We're not giving up on that. You've got your son, who's actually very smart and resourceful and willing to help. You've got Bela. And then on top of things too, he's like, yes, you still maybe possibly have Daemon. We don't know yet, but I just like that she's kind of keeping Rhaenyra from just doing too much wallowing, because it's not helping anyone for her to just lament all the things she can't do. Like, start getting more creative with what you can do, Rhaenyra. So anyways, whatever happened between her and the girl at the end, I mean, I'm not even going to get into that. Who knows? She needs affection, I guess. We'll see where that goes. But yeah, I mean, anyway, she needs to figure out what's going on with Daemon first and foremost, because that's still very much hanging in the air. And I think that was pretty much it, outside of course, the failed Dragon Rider attempt and her council, of course, being disrespectful. But I'm hoping that Corlys will be able to put a little bit more of a cap on that now. It sucks that, she needs a man to do that, but slapping people is not going to be a forever answer, even if it was greatly entertaining for me. On to Team Green. Again, not much there outside of Aemon continuing to be a jerk. I mean, he does have a more strategic mind than his brother by far. Like, we always knew he was smarter than Aegon, but yeah, diabolical, and literally just he's not caring. For him, this is all about winning. He doesn't care about the collateral damage. He doesn't care about the small folk. He just cares about winning and going up against who he perceives to be the best, aka his uncle. And we see that Alicent's trying to talk to him, which I don't even know why. She's never tried to talk to that boy or listen to that boy. So unsurprisingly, he's basically like, please get out of my council. I don't want to hear you. Get out. Like, I don't respect you. My brother was a nimwit who needed you, but I don't. So unsurprisingly, he kicked her off. And of course she's like, and I'm like, Alicent, you need to stop being surprised. Like, these are your demons. This is your handiwork. And I mean, I think she's slowly coming to that realization that maybe the way that her and her dad decided to raise these kids was not the right way, but it's a little too late to turn that boat around. So anyway, there's that. And then we see that she's just, that was pretty much it for her, honestly. Outside of course, then she seemed like she was trying to figure out what to do about Aegon when she found out that he's not just going to die. Aegon being surprisingly resilient. I'll give him that. Like Larys said, being burned by a dragon, surviving that's pretty baller, even if you are, going to be worse for wear. And actually with Larys also, I also love the way that Aemon put Larys in his place. I'm sorry, I don't like that kid, but he did do that one thing. So like I said, I got to give him his twos for that, because screw Larys. I don't like that man. But anyhow, we see that Larys went to Aegon when he found out that he is in fact recovering, despite with the fact that they didn't think he would. And he basically is telling Aegon, look, we relate. He's like, I know what it's like to be different. I know what it's like to come into this world with a disadvantage. Like, you didn't, but he's like, you're never going to be the same. You're not going to be looked at the same. And he basically, like I said, had that shared trauma bond story about how life's going to get real hard for Aegon now. And he's saying that even though you don't have the virility you had anymore physically, you still have your mind. It's definitely still intact. And he's like, you need to stop doing all these drugs and keep your mind sharp and start making moves to make sure your brother don't take you out, because you are still the king as long as you're still breathing. And he is definitely going to try to take you out so that he can stay where he is. So anyways, he's like, I will help you. But like, basically, Larys is just like him, right? They're both now in the same position. They're in an equal playing field of clawing for power, clawing for position acquisition and purchase. So that's going to be a dangerous pair. You got Egan, who is desperate, and a numbskull, but you know, he's got some power still at his hands, I guess you could say, his fingertips, and Laris, who is desperate to be seen and desperate to make a name for himself as well. So anyways, I'm not mad at it because I love the idea of Aemond having more things to deal with. Like, the city's burning down and now he's got people who are working against him inside the palace as well. So I'm all for it. But it's interesting that he wants his grandfather to come back as Hand though. So, but Otto is at large. That's a weird development. For some reason, Otto is not responding to letters. He's not coming back. I don't know if it's because he's still pissed at Egan, or he's just thinking, I don't care about these grandkids, or if something else has happened. But interesting that he did not respond to the summons so far. And we also found out some stuff about Darren, who is the missing child, the last boy. He's been growing up as a ward, and it sounds like he's living a happy and normal life because he's nowhere near his demonic mother or brothers. So I kind of hope they leave him alone, but I have a feeling they're probably going to pull him in because they're probably going to want another dragon rider now that they've lost Egan. So I could see them bringing in Darren to possibly see if he can claim a dragon, maybe. So anyway, that was an interesting convo. As I said, I don't care much because Alicent being a bad mom is not news. But that's pretty much it on Team Green, I guess, outside of the plans that are being put in motion. We see that Cole is off to Harrenhal on foot, and also there's a big army being led by Lannisters that's close to Harrenhal in the Riverlands as well from the other direction, but he refuses to march without Vhagar backing them up. So this is good. This means that things are still kind of shaky on the green side, definitely in a better place, but not solid. Shifting sand that could go any way at any time. So that's good for Team Black while they're still getting it together. I'm not going to even talk about Daemon because I'm just over the storyline personally. I'm just going to be real. I feel like it kind of wore itself out after last episode. I kind of want them to wrap it up like Daemon either leave or face your demons or something, but I'm kind of just over these weird dream sequences and watching him go through all these years of guilt and not doing anything about it or trying to make any type of atonement. So hopefully they'll wrap that up in the next episode because I feel like we could be doing more with that character. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode, guys. Like I said, felt a bit fillery, but still we did make some small moves in some ways. And I'm most excited, honestly, about Seasmoke and his new writer. So hopefully we'll get more of that in the next episode. So that's it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please show some love, and I will see you in the next one.